Hi everyone and welcome back to Crypto Simplified. The construction workers next door have decided to take a break for lunch, and this is the perfect chance for me to record, edit and upload, hopefully in time for you to watch this before the WePower ICO begins. If you missed out on getting onto the whitelist, do not worry. There's still some information in this video for you. But before I do that, thank you all so much for the likes, the shares and the subscriptions. Please keep them all coming, and I'd love to have a chat with all of you guys about anything crypto. So if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments or tweet at me. I'll be there to answer any question you might have. If I cannot answer them, I'll try to direct you towards someone who can. The market isn't looking all that great, but it's not too alarming either. You should really be doing all your shopping at this point in time. I'm not a financial advisor, but the prices are low. So if you see that these coins have a long-term potential, if you believe in their long-term potential, you would only know this by doing your own research, then start picking up these cut price deals. I've been doing that, and I shall tell you more about my cut price deals later on in the video. But first, let's cover up some news, and let's look really close to home in India. We have Unocoin want to be Koinex's like-for-like competitor. I love this because Koinex has been slacking. They've been dropping the ball. They need someone breathing down their neck, selling exactly the same assets they are. So now we can finally have more competitive prices in the Indian market. Once we as consumers are spoiled for choice, the odds will automatically go in our favor and we can get the most out of this market. If more people can buy cryptocurrency, that means more businesses will accept cryptocurrencies. That means we can all spend them on a daily basis, as well as earning them from other people through business actions on a daily basis. This is fantastic news, not only for the consumer, but for the development of cryptocurrency all over the world. Because India is a massive, massive country. We have 1 billion and something people here. Yes, we might not have a very high proportion of people who are willing to spend a lot of money on this sort of thing, but it's a start. You have to start somewhere, and we can start by increasing the competition and ensuring that people like Koinex cannot take us for a ride whenever they feel like. The market is down. So many of my friends want to buy cryptocurrency, but they cannot because all these people have closed new registrations. And up next, what we have is South Korea are not banning exchanges. India, take notice. South Korea are a really good economy, a very solid economy, lots of high net worth individuals over there, and lots of very, very tech savvy people. We definitely need regulation in cryptocurrency markets. At the end of the day, there are companies selling us securities, and securities need to be regulated. So I do agree with regulations coming in South Korea, but an outright ban will help nobody, and they see that. South Korea obviously see themselves as innovators in this community. If there's any further doubt as to why they are, take a look at this. They are going straight for the jugular by competing with Bitmain. Who's Bitmain? This is the company owned by Jihan Wu, and these guys make the ASIC chips for Bitcoin mining. So South Korea, a place where there's a lot of cryptocurrency trading happening, is now going to get involved in the mining of cryptocurrency as well, on a production level first, maybe eventually with these large-scale mining factories too. We don't know, but what we do know for sure is that Samsung are a serious company with serious funding, some fantastic R&D, and they've got vision. These guys have almost single-handedly created a market for OLED screens on mobile phones. This is the power that this company wields. They can actually create markets for themselves. So I'm pretty sure that what they can do with ASIC mining will be nothing short of revolutionary. Again, this will increase competition. This will reduce price of the rigs. Gamers are not happy that the crypto people are coming in and pushing up the price of all their graphic units. Now, we have another competitor in this space. Higher competition means that consumers have a choice, means that there are many more factors that come into play than just, I need this thing. Every consumer has their own set of needs. It might be price. It might be quality. It might be servicing. There are a multitude of reasons as to why people might choose one brand over another, and people have brand loyalty. Some people only want to live in a Samsung ecosystem with all their devices interconnected. This might be an absolute godsend for them. So we need to look at the bigger picture and what Samsung can actually do when it comes to revolutionizing the way people can access cryptocurrency mining hardware. So again, very, very optimistic about this. And now, let us get into the talk of today. WePower. The token sale is in just over 4 hours' time. This token sale registration is closed, and this closed on the 17th of January. So if you weren't one of the lucky ones to be able to get in then, sorry, but you might need to wait till this stuff gets listed on exchanges. So just to let you know, a few things in this ICO have changed. Viewer Ray G commented on my video saying that this was a scam ICO, that they've changed a lot of the metrics, and while I do think that is a little shady of them to actually change some of the metrics behind this, calling them a scam I think is jumping the gun slightly, but I do see where he's coming from because it did seem kind of dishonest in the way they went about this. So let's have a look at the details as to what actually happened. So the price of Ethereum really shot up. Even by crypto terms, it was a huge moonshot, and that would have probably affected their calculations. It was an unprecedented gain in Ethereum's value, so I see where they're coming from there. But what they did was also have another private pre-sale, and that was a little weird. This was totally unannounced, and I wasn't very happy with that. They also have increased their token supply. They've over doubled their token supply, and they have also established a maximum investment cap for the first 5 hours of this ICO. For people who have looked at my last video, you'd have seen that the first few contributors up to the soft cap will get a bonus of 15% on their investment. So it's like a first come, first serve bonus. Now they seem to have taken that away, and they've put in a 0.2 Ether contribution cap. So what they're trying to do here is to prevent whale action, someone coming and hoovering up a ton of tokens. They say there are 50,000 whitelisted contributors, but on the Telegram group, there's like 100,000 people subscribed to the mailing list. So this is a heavily oversubscribed ICO. For anyone who's dealt with IPOs, you know those things get heavily oversubscribed as well. So this is nothing new. People can point to this being a bubble, but no, this happens in the financial world as well. So please stop trying to throw this bubble term around all the time. And next up, this 0.2 Ethereum contribution is only for the first 5 hours. If you do want to contribute more from your whitelisted address, you can after this time. So any money that you send that's over this limit will just get refunded to you, but any of the gas that you use for the transaction gets burned. So be a little careful with this. And yeah, just be careful with this. Send the 0.2 Ether in if you really want to do that as quickly as possible. And then after that, you can wait, because you will have live updating metrics on the website as to the amount of money that's coming in for this ICO. So now that I've told you about that, let's have a look at how you can actually participate in this. But before I go on with all this, I need to warn you, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and investing in all cryptocurrency is risky. But the risk goes up even further when it comes to an ICO, because while this company does have some operational activities, it is still an initial coin offering. So this is a security being sold by a company, and it is not as regulated as on the stock market. So there is nothing to protect you from losing your funds. So only invest in this ICO if you've done your research and if you're really confident about the project. If you're not confident in the project, you're best off investing your money elsewhere. This is a risky investment. All ICOs are risky. So, having said that, Let's tell you how to participate. I'll attach this link in the description, and it'll just show you the step-by-step on how to do things. I'll just read out what's on this just to make sure that we're all clear and all on the same page. To repeat, the ICO registration is closed. If you haven't managed to register, sorry, you got to wait till it's on exchanges. Then you can check if your address is whitelisted. Go to the official WePower site, it's in the description as well, and then check if it's there. If you sign up for the whitelist close to the 17th of January or even after that, you may or may not have got on. So if you're not sure yet and you haven't got your confirmation email, have a look again, check and see if your wallet is on the whitelist. If it's not, like I said, sorry, you missed out on this one. So the address has not been published just yet. So you need to send your Ethereum to an address and then you will automatically get rewarded in WePower tokens. However, to avoid scammers coming in and messing with the system, this address will only be revealed on the official WePower channels. I repeat, on the official WePower channels. There are 3 official channels. You got the official WePower website, you've got the official WePower Telegram group, and the official WePower YouTube channel. Don't look at just one in case you've been phished. Look at all 3. Compare the addresses. This is your hard-earned money. You do not want to send it to some scammer's account. So, having checked your addresses, these are the numbers. Individual cap 0.2 Ether, but you can only send a minimum of 0.1. The gas limit is 300,000 and the recommended gas price is 23 gigaway. Okay, so as I said earlier, the first 5 hours are with a cap. After that, knock yourself out, send as much Ether as you're willing to lose, because this is what cryptocurrency is all about. You invest what you are okay with losing. So, having done all that, I wish you guys all the best of luck with this ICO. I do hope you can get all the tokens that your heart desires, because I personally believe this is a great project, but that's just me based on my research and things that motivate me. I want a future where everyone can access clean, affordable energy. And this is giving us the chance to make some baby steps towards that goal, and I'm all in favor of that. However, for the people who have unfortunately missed out on this, you haven't missed out on everything, because we're still in a down market. There are some beautiful buy opportunities right here waiting for you. So the one that I bought in bulk during this session was PivX, because their all-time high was at around this time last year. Just a few months away from this time last year, they hit an all-time high. And that was a Bitcoin all-time high of 0.0016. And currently we are at less than half of that. So that gets me really excited, because this is a privacy coin, and every day we hear about companies trampling on our privacy rights. So, and if you live in India, we just don't have privacy rights to begin with. Like, while people are fighting for the rights that they have, we need to fight for the creation of these rights. So until we get that, it's just best to keep our lives a little bit more private, and coins like PivX help us do that. So I did pick up a little bit of PivX, and these are all my buy intervals actually. So I made 4 different purchases. I'm actually hoping for the price to drop a little bit more so I can get some more, because yes, while it is just a tiny 1-2% difference, I would like to get 1 or 2% more PivX. Why not? If I can, may as well squeeze out all this value I possibly can from my Bitcoin purchases. So what I tend to do frequently is buy and then immediately set these things to sell, so I lock in my acceptable profit. But what I'm doing a lot more nowadays is buying stuff in Bitcoin, moving them over to other exchanges, and then selling them for Ethereum if I cannot sell them on Bittrex. And PivX is one of these items. So I have bought this on Bittrex, going to move this over to Binance and then sell it in Ethereum once this market gains a bit of momentum. That's the idea, but let's see if it actually works. I'm playing with a very similar strategy with other assets such as Monero, and Stratus. Because while I do like Bitcoin, I love Bitcoin, but I'm finding it's very difficult to use, and I do have some kept aside as a store of value. But if I want to exchange and grow my asset base, I would rather use Ethereum to move the money around a little bit because transaction fees are way lower. And also I can participate in ICOs. I have that extra liquidity over there in case a new project pops up that I'm really interested in. So I'm seeing a personal advantage in keeping more of my assets in Ethereum. But that is just for me. Everyone sees the game in their own way. So let me know what you think about this. So having said that about PivX, I do have a very interesting, slightly smaller cap coin that I would like to bring your attention to. It's called the Sirin Labs token. They're on a bit of a lull right now, and that's exactly why I want to talk to you about it. It's not available on many major exchanges, but that is very likely to change. And I only found that out very recently when I joined their Telegram group. So if you look at the price right now, it's just at about $2, but I don't care about dollar pricing. I care about Satoshi pricing. And over here, we are at a bit of an ebb. And I like that because this is a project that actually came to my attention maybe a week, 2 weeks ago, because it had broken into the top 100. Now it's just out of the top 100. And I think it's a good time to buy it when it's a little bit under the radar. I don't own this coin yet, so I can't be manipulating the price for my own benefit because I do not own any of it. I'm just telling you about it because I think this is a potential next step in the evolution of cryptocurrency projects. And why do I say that? They have cryptocurrency ready smartphones and an all-in-one PC. Just 2 devices so far, but it's a start. And what they are trying to do is make a native ecosystem in order for you to safely use cryptocurrency. The current tech that we have right now has not really been designed for a cryptocurrency ready world. Like the pitfalls of lack security when it comes to cryptocurrency are immense. This is exactly why companies that sell cold storage wallets like Ledger and Trezor have made so many sales, because people are really scared of losing all their cryptocurrency, because keeping them on your standard devices is not really recommended. So these guys are trying to make a security solution while giving you some devices that have their specs are basically just on steroids. So this phone is expensive. That is without a doubt. $1,000 phone is not cheap, but if you look at the type of person they're trying to sell this to, they're only looking at power users. Because the features include secure peer-to-peer resource sharing, built-in cold storage wallet, and distributed ledger consensus. So what you can do is actually even stake your tokens on your phone. Then they have really focused on security. Getting hacked and losing all your crypto sucks. If you just look at the amount of things that they've put in there to make sure that you do not lose your cryptocurrency, I'm feeling pretty encouraged by this. They are really focusing on the security aspect of this, and someone needs to. So this will not be a mass market product. This is just for the few people who really care about this stuff. And they are willing to spend whatever they need to in order to get that security that they desire. So they found their segment perfectly. The tech specs are alright. That RAM is monstrous, but other than that, it seems like a fairly normal camera phone. Like $1,000 phone. You should be expecting at least these sort of features. But what you're paying for is actually security. You're not paying for the functionality you'll get in a Samsung or a top-end iPhone. They also have a PC, and while it is cheaper than the phone, it also seems that the specs aren't as impressive. But I'm pretty sure that they will work towards an ecosystem where you can have both a Finny phone and a Finny PC. You can never be too safe because, honestly, it's never been easier in human history to get away with stealing a lot of money. So if you're willing to put in the investment, this seems like a possible thing that might actually give you a bit more peace. I'm looking into this not for the hardware. I'm actually looking at this for the tokens, because I don't really want to spend 1,000 USD on a device at this point in time. Thank you very much. But I do see the token as something that has fairly good upside. These tokens have actually not been on the market for very long, so I want to make the most of this early mover advantage, get in there as quickly as I can, and then just sit on these things. This will be a HODL token. I will sit on these for at least 8 months. Depending on how this works, depending on whether they have more products that keep coming out, whether they improve. It's all about incremental improvement, remember. If they keep improving their platform and keep letting us know about all these updates, then I will totally be in favor of holding on to these for a very long period of time. But so far, I'm looking at this for an 8 to 12 month period. Out of all the exchanges in which I participate, it's only really available on Ether Delta. Price is a little bit high on Ether Delta, so I might even consider opening up a new exchange account just to get my hands on some of this Sirin. That's a possibility. I haven't really decided that yet, but hopefully I'll have a better idea in the next few hours, because currently my mind is just focused on that WePower ICO. I know I just need to send one smart contract out, but it's weighing on my mind quite a bit because of all that earlier conflicting information that came in. I was a little worried, sort of talked myself into it. The technology has stayed the same, so my faith in the company and the company's vision hasn't shaken, but I am a little bit concerned if they're raising more money than they initially planned, because with more money comes more expectation. With more expectation comes further downside if they don't actually fulfill those expectations. That's just the fear bouncing around in my head, but I overthink things a fair amount, so don't let me put you into a panic. That's all I got to say about that. So that's it from me. This is Marv from Crypto Simplified signing off. I wish you all the best if you want to participate in this WePower ICO. If you are not going to participate in that, I do hope that you have some other fantastic opportunities that you've cited that you would like to participate in. Make the most of this down market. We don't know how long it's going to last. Try to enjoy as much of the upside price action as you can by getting in as low as you can. It's a cliche, I know, but buy low, sell high. You'd be surprised at the amount of people who do not actually buy low and sell high. Don't chase the all-time highs. We're in a beautiful down market. For some people, it's a bad thing, but for the rest of us, look for those opportunities, guys. Research, 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 research. The more you research in this space, the more rewarding it is. And this is someone who just likes reading this stuff all day. So, I rambled on a bit there, but you guys take care. I will catch up very soon. Later.